Hello and welcome. Today I want to go through my fragrance collection and just show basically the fragrances I reached for the most this year. Also, I'm going to go over some samples that I have that I would like to get full bottles of. And at the end, I'm going to go through some of my all-time favorite fragrances that I wish I had in my collection. So if you love soft-spoken fragrance reviews, keep watching. Starting out with the classic, this is Juliette Has A Gun, Not A Perfume. This is a cult classic skin scent. It's one of those fragrances where it just smells good. You don't really know what it is, but you just smell fresh. To me, it smells a little musky, a little salty, a little warm. I can wear this literally every day. It's the perfect layering fragrance. It goes with everything. Some people are nose blind to it, like they can't even smell it. Definitely get a sample if you've never tried it. It's just a classic. Makes you smell just so fresh and clean. Love it. The notes are ambroxan and cedarlux. Then I also have the Not A Perfume Superdose. As you can see, I have a travel size. I want a full bottle so badly. I have finished this. It's just like the original, just with a little bit more intensity. To me, it smells a lot more warm and a lot more ambery. This is such a cozy scent for me. This is probably on my list of all-time favorite fragrances. Next, we have Lust for Sun by Juliette Has A Gun. This is such a great summer fragrance. It really smells like you're on a luxurious beach vacation, lounging by the beach. It has a sunscreen smell, but in the most elegant, elevated way. The top notes are coconut, freesia, and bergamot. The middle notes are gardenia, ylang ylang, jasmine, and orange blossom. And the base notes are white musk, ambroxan, and vanilla. As you can see, I took notes, so I'll be reading off of them. And the last one I have from Juliette Has A Gun, this is their newest fragrance, Ex Vetiver. They describe it as a feminine fragrance for men. And typically I don't like vetiver, but something about this is just so good. It smells like walking through a lemon orchard, and then you just kind of lounge around in an expensive hotel lobby. The top notes are lemon and bergamot. The middle notes are Haitian vetiver, Indian vetiver, Java vetiver. And the base notes are ambroxan and musk. Juliette Has A Gun is known for that musky ambroxan base, and I love that. Although this is described as a feminine fragrance for men, it is definitely unisex. It's really interesting because I feel like if you wore it as a woman, it would smell a little bit masculine. But on a man, it would smell a little feminine. It's definitely unique, and there's a freshness to it that I really like. Next, we have Good Girl by Carolina Herrera. This is such an iconic perfume bottle. My boyfriend actually got this for me for Christmas a few years back. And this is such a nice date night fragrance. It's elegant, it's a bit sophisticated, ambery. It is called Good Girl, but as cringy as it sounds, it makes you feel a little bad. The top notes are almond, coffee, bergamot, and lemon. The middle notes are tuberose, jasmine, sambac, orange blossom, Bulgarian rose, and orris. The base notes are tonka bean, cacao, vanilla, praline, sandalwood, musk, amber, cashmere wood, cinnamon, patchouli, and cedar. I love a musky sandalwood fragrance. This is very soft on like the woody notes, but I love the amber. Love amber in fragrance. I didn't think I would really like this, but I really do enjoy it. Actually used up quite a bit of this bottle. Next we have Dark Rum by Malin+Goetz. The top notes are plum and bergamot, the middle notes are leather and rum, and the base notes are amber, milk, and patchouli. I think this is a pretty safe blind buy. It's like fresh, it's a little creamy. It opens with some fruitiness, but it dries down to a nice ambery musk. Another from Malin+Goetz, this is Leather. I just got this recently and I have been loving it. It is so good for fall and winter. Unlike a lot of leather fragrances, this one's really soft, and there's also a floral aspect to it. I really love this. It's also unisex. The top notes are pepper, lotus, and cloves. The middle notes are violet, lily of the valley, and orchid. The base notes are sandalwood, leather, and cedar. To me, this smells like opening up a new leather bag that's been filled with violets. So nice. This is actually what I'm wearing today. And for a leather fragrance, it just smells so fresh and uplifting. Next we have Montana Sky from Pacifica Beauty. Pacifica Beauty, I love them because they're so affordable and they're cruelty free. I did not think I would like this fragrance from the notes. It's very earthy. I typically don't like very earthy green fragrances, but something about this brings me so much peace. Also, their fragrances are inspired by aromatherapy, so they are supposed to kind of enhance your mood. The top notes for this are black pepper, petitgrain, and black elder. The middle notes are cedar, olibanum, sage, and cumin. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing olibanum correctly. And the base notes are vetiver, cypress, and sandal. This, like I said, just brings me peace. I like to use this before bed sometimes. Sometimes I like to use it before working. I also have it in the body spray. The thing with these Pacifica fragrances, they don't last long, but for the price, it really doesn't matter. Another from Pacifica, this is Beach Day. This smells like a realistic beach, not like what you would imagine a beach to smell like, such as coconut and sunscreen and such. This is not that. This smells like having a bonfire in the sand. It is so nice. It's fresh, it's spicy, it's a little salty. The top notes are orange blossom, cardamom, bergamot, and nutmeg. The middle notes are sandal, orris, and violet. The base notes are suede, amber, and musk. Definitely interesting. I really like this. I wore this a lot over summer. Another great one for summer. And another from Pacifica. This is Indian Coconut Nectar. This smells exactly like mango sticky rice. It's a little bit gourmand, but it's not too sweet. It's photorealistic mango sticky rice. The top notes are mandarin, coconut water, and lemon blossom. The middle is TR. Not really sure what that is. I think it's a flower. Coconut cream, sugar crystals, and vanilla. The bottom notes are almond, fresh cream, and amber. Next we have Scarlet Poppy from Jo Malone. This is another gift from my boyfriend. Typically, I don't really like Jo Malone fragrances. They're too light and I don't know, they're just not for me usually. However, I do really enjoy this one. I think this one's really great for winter. Top note is ambrette, the middle note is scarlet poppy and iris, and the base is tonka bean. This is floral, it's powdery, and it has that amber that I love. It's just overall a nice fragrance. I think this would also be a pretty safe blind buy. I'll probably start using this again in the winter. Next up we have Father Figure by PHLUR. I do not have the cap for this, unfortunately. This is so good. I love this fragrance so much. The top notes are water lily, lush fig, cassis buds. The heart is orris root, iris flower, and jasmine dew. The base notes are skin musks, vanilla Madagascar, patchouli leaves, sandalwood. This is so juicy. I love it. I can just smell this all day. It's juicy, but it's balanced with the warm woods and the warm musk. It also has like a very fresh, clean aspect to it. Love this. Next up we have Cherries of the Night by Alkemia Perfumes. Alkemia is an indie fragrance brand. I love a cherry fragrance, so I've had this for I feel like almost 2 years now. And it is so nice. This one's really good for winter as well. Notes are black cherries, maraschino liquor, cherry amber, black amber, spiced rum, and Peru balsam. Cherries and amber, that's my favorite, so love this. If you love the smell of cherries, if you love kind of like a boozy fragrance, you would love this. And I'm just realizing I am running kind of low. I think next time I'm going to try the spray. I'm not a huge fan of roller balls, to be honest, but such a good fragrance. cereal milk from Sugar Milk Co. This is a perfume oil, so you can use it all over your body and in your hair. I got this recently and I am obsessed. I blind bought this and I'm so glad I did. It smells like photorealistic Fruit Loops or Fruity Pebbles in a bowl of milk. It's so good. It's so nostalgic. It's creamy, it's sweet, it's citrusy. I love it. The notes are sugary, sweet, and fruity, just like the delicious cereals we loved as kids. So good. If you are thinking about buying this, just smell a bowl of fruity cereal. If you want to smell like that, you will like it. If not, you will not. But it's so good. This fragrance just makes me so happy when I smell it. I also got Banana Milk by Sugar Milk Co. I've been on the hunt for a good banana fragrance. I've yet to find it. This, I want to love it. I don't dislike it, but it smells too synthetic for me. It smells like banana Laffy Taffy, which isn't what I was looking for. However, if you are looking for that, definitely give this a try. The notes are candied bananas blended with lots of sweet vanilla, a pinch of cinnamon, and milk. Sugar Milk Co. has a lot of interesting fragrances that I would like to try. Next, we have Sweatpants Goblin by Sucreabeille. Love the name of this fragrance, and I love this fragrance. It's a little roller ball. This is one that I got probably over a year ago. Kind of forgot about it, and I recently pulled it out again, and I've been wearing it to bed every night. It is probably the most cozy fragrance I own. It's kind of like buttered popcorn with fresh linens, and it has a really nice musky base to it that I really love. The notes are rich, buttery goodness with crystallized honeycomb and the coziest pair of sweatpants ever. The description is honestly pretty spot on. Also, I am an affiliate with Sucreabeille. You can use code NICO on their website for a discount. And now let's move on to samples that I have that I would like to get full bottles of. Starting out with Glossier You Doux. This is a new release from Glossier. I love this fragrance so much. It's really hard to describe, honestly. It just smells fresh, clean, warm, musky. All of my favorites. A little creamy. Top notes, violet. The middle notes are Palo Santo, frankincense, and myrrh. The base notes are ambroxan and ambrette. This one seems to be pretty polarizing, so definitely test it out before you buy it. Personally, I would like to get a full bottle really badly. I love it. I'm almost out of my sample. This is just so comforting to me. It smells like a hug. This is Supernatural from Alkemia Perfumes. This is another that's really hard to describe. It's kind of like the Juliette Has A Gun, not a perfume, but a bit more warm and mysterious. Notes are musk, isoe, super, and ambroxan. But it's basically like a very creamy skin scent. I think the website describes it as like an aura rather than a fragrance, and I would agree. I would definitely like to get a full bottle. Woodphoria Boy Smells. This is such a great unisex woody fragrance. Notes are fig leaves, young coconut, jasmine, sandalwood, cedar, and musk. I love layering with this, especially with their Vanilla Era fragrance that I used to have a sample of. The combo of those is perfection. This is an interesting wood fragrance because it has that floral jasmine in it. It's very nice. A whiff of waffle cone from Imaginary Authors. This is a photorealistic waffle ice cream cone. It is so sweet. It smells like walking into an ice cream shop. I'm not gonna lie, I mostly want this because I love the bottle. And this is such a strong fragrance. If you spray this, you'll smell it all day. This is probably the strongest fragrance I've ever owned, to be honest. The notes are syrup, ice cream, caramel, whipped cream, vanilla, cinnamon, amarice. Not sure how to pronounce that. But if you love really gourmand fragrances, you love the smell of an ice cream cone, definitely check this out. So those are all of the fragrances that I own. Now I want to talk about my all-time favorite fragrances that are not part of my collection. I used to work for Saks Fifth Avenue, so I had access to lots of luxury fragrances, and I miss it so much. So let's get into it. First up, Oud Wood by Tom Ford. It's a classic. I love oud. Notes are oud, rosewood, cardamom, sandalwood, Sichuan pepper, vanilla, vetiver, tonka bean, and amber. It is just, I don't really know how to even describe it. I wish I had it in front of me, but it's such a refined, woody fragrance. It smells sophisticated, smells luxurious. It's perfection. And then also my all-time favorite fragrance. I want a full-size bottle. More than anything is Lost Cherry from Tom Ford. Lost Cherry is probably the most intoxicating fragrance I've ever smelled. It's so expensive. It's boozy, it's cherry, it has amber. I just love it. The top notes are bitter almond, black cherry, and cherry liquor. The middle notes are sour cherry, plum, Turkish rose, and jasmine sambuc. The base notes are vanilla, tonka bean, cinnamon, Peru balsam, benzoin, sandalwood, cloves, cedar, patchouli, and vetiver. When I worked at Saks, I would like to layer oud wood and Lost Cherry, and it was the best fragrance combination in the entire world. I miss it. Next up is Grand Soir from Maison Francis Kurkdjian. I wish I could smell it right now as well, because I just remember it being the most opulent, luxurious fragrance I've ever smelled in my life. I remember it would smell completely different depending on who was wearing it. On me, it smelled amazing. The top notes are Spanish, labdanum, and orange. The middle notes are lavender and siam benzoin. Again, no idea if I'm pronouncing these things right. The base notes are amber, vanilla, tonka bean, musk, and cedar. It is the definition of opulence and luxury. It's just so good. Another from Francis Kurkdjian is Oud Satin Mood. I would wear that one a lot. The top notes are Bulgarian rose, violet, and strawberry. The middle note is Turkish rose. The base notes are oud, vanilla, benzoin, amber, caramel, and cedar. Basically, it was oud with a natural smelling rose, and it was perfect. Anything with oud, though, is not a safe blind buy. Definitely smell before you buy. It's very polarizing. And lastly, on my all-time favorites, and I do own it, unfortunately I'm out, is the Juliette Has A Gun, Not A Perfume Superdose. Talked about it earlier in this video, but definitely on my list of all-time favorite fragrances. I need to get a full-size bottle. That is most of my fragrance collection, basically all of the fragrances I have been reaching for over the year. Let me know if you've tried any of these fragrances, and also give me some fragrance recommendations. I hope you enjoyed this. Comment and let me know what you think. And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you love relaxing beauty content.